Michael, where do we start with that? From 3-0 down after half an hour to looking like you were going to get back in the game, who knows, maybe even go on and win it, to ultimately losing 4-3. What's the feeling like in the changing room?
Obviously everyone's upset in there, disappointed because we've come here with high hopes today, obviously hoping to come here and get 3 points. To be honest, I thought we started well for the first 5-10 minutes. I thought we was in their half quite a lot, and then I think once they got their first goal, which really came out of nowhere, kind of went to pot from there. So and obviously they got their 3 in the first half, and then we had a mountain to climb, but we went in there still believing that we could get something out of the game if we got an early goal, and we did that. So, we got the goal back, and then once we got the second, there was even more belief. And at that point, I actually thought we could go on and win the game, not even draw the game, to be honest. We had some decisions that didn't go our way, and then they got the sucker punch goal to go 4-2 up. But then even when we got our third one, I think we still had enough time to go and do something, but we just weren't getting the rub of it. So yeah, it's upsetting, but we just have to try and take the positives from it, learn from it, and move on.
Mentally, how much of a challenge is this game sometimes? Because everything's been going so well recently, and you've been on this unbeaten run, and you've been winning games reasonably comfortably, and then you find yourselves 3-0 down after 31 minutes or whatever it is in a game that, with respect to Wigan, you will have come into as favourites. It must be really challenging.
Yeah, like I said, we came with high hopes. Like the way we trained yesterday was really intense for a Friday. Like I think everyone was buzzing, ready to go. But it happens so often in football where you're playing one of the teams lower down and it just doesn't happen for you. I mean, they're fighting for their lives, obviously, to try and get out of the relegation zone. And like I said, we started well, but it's just that first goal. And then once that happened, I think, I don't know if we were mentally there to let the goals in the way we did. It's just not us again. I've said this previously before, but yeah, we're just going to have to analyse it and look at what we've done wrong and try and cut that out as quickly as possible, because we've got some big games coming up. I know no game's easy. I know it's cliche, but like there's no easy game. So yeah, it's important that we do analyse it and work on it as quickly as possible and make sure we can try and cut that out.
Does it help you that you've got a game coming Tuesday night that's a long away trip to get it out of your system, or would you ideally like some time to look at what's gone wrong and work on it and try and come back, in a few days' time?
Yeah, personally, I would prefer the game to come so we can try and get back on track as quickly as possible. But obviously, if we had more time to work on stuff in the week, then probably that might be a positive as well. But it is what it is. They're coming thick and fast now, and it's going to be like that for a little while. So it's just something that we're just going to have to deal with, and we just got to make sure that we're all looking after ourselves, make sure that we're physically right, because it's a long trip on the Monday, and it's going to be a tough game on Tuesday. I've played there personally myself already this season. It's not an easy place to go, so we're going to have to be right at it. So yeah,
it'll be a big incentive, won't it, to put this behind you and try and get back on the horse on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I think that's what we have to do, just try and not completely put it behind us, obviously try and learn from it and just try and go forward and obviously take the positives from this game, the little positives that we have. I mean, we scored 3 goals away from home, which is a massive positive, but we need to make sure we're cutting these goals out as quickly as possible and try and rectify it on Tuesday.
One defeat doesn't make you a bad side. You're in a strong position, a promising position in the league table. Is that something that you'll try and keep in mind, or does it help that you're a bit on the floor at the result?
Yeah, it's just upsetting that our unbeaten run's come to an end now. Like you said, we're not a bad side. We already know that, and one result doesn't mean you are. So, yeah, it's probably I sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's just I was just trying to make sure that you're mentally right and doing the right thing, so we can just go again. We're trying on an unbeaten run again.
I don't imagine you'll score too many with your left foot from that distance from goal. Will you take anything from that? Will it be a fond memory looking back on it, or does the fact that you got beat kind of wipe it from the slate?
Obviously I can take a little from it. Obviously it was my first goal for the club, which is always a great thing, but obviously when it's on a day where you've lost the game, it doesn't really mean a lot. But yeah, it's just one of them things. Try to get back into the game. It was probably a bit of a lucky shot. I'm not really great with my left foot, but Yeah, that's probably just a little positive I can take from it, really. Yeah, just move on, carry on.